spent ages trying to find a video on how to remove your bar end mirrors inserts. Couldn't find one, so I made one. Enjoy. Problem: removing your bar end mirrors. One solution I've been given is that you put your bolt in a little bit, give it a smack with a rubber mallet or something, and that should reduce the thread inside so you can remove it. Good lucky, it seems to be working. Well, I put these on like that and then tapped it a few times with the rubber end of my hammer. This way I didn't send the thing shooting all the way inside there where I couldn't reach it. Then it's just a case of getting the grips on here nice and loose and gradually tapping it outwards with the hammer, which is pulling it out from inside. The reason I'm doing this is that I took off the left mirror because I do a lot of overtaking, a lot of filtering, so I need the bar end for filtering because it gives you a better view when you're doing near contact overtaking. The bar ends are better. So if I do sell Polar Beastie, of course I just filled a tank up, so that was another 20 quid gone. I'm going to put it on the original mirrors. That's going to go back on. But I'm going to keep doing this and see how it goes. Okie dokie, job done. It is out. It is literally a case of tapper, 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 not smack, smack, smack. So, yeah, job done. If I have some focus. And of course it's reusable. The thing is, these little bits here, they expand like a cavity wall socket. So you screw it in just enough to get purchase, give it a smack, which pushes the inside bit out and allows a little bit, just half a mil, so you can pull it out. Good as new. Now for the tricky bit, trying to find the original bar end. So if I find that, I can reattach the old bar ends. Hopefully. The way the old bar end works is a similar design but a bit more basic. This is your expanding thing. It's just a piece of rubber. That's all it is. Got a metal tube inside. I actually lost the nut. I don't know if it's inside the bike or where it is, but anyhow, it's just a nut. It's not some super duper special thing you gotta buy. It's just a nut. This is just a bolt with a shiny end. That goes through your bar end weight. Bar end weights, they're not just used to keep the handle grips on, they're actually used as an anti-vibration dampener. Believe me, you ride no bike without them, your joints get rattled the fuck. So, what we do is, you put on this bit, like so. You then put on a sleeve if you want to put a sleeve on, to get the right length. You basically put on your nut, and you screw it in. Now when the nut tightens, it will push down on here, which will squish the rubber. The rubber expands, it will get wedged inside there. Removing it, pretty much the same thing. You unscrew it to release of the pressure on the rubber, and then just pull it out with a set of grips. You don't have to go to a bike shop, you don't have to go and buy a new part, just reuse what you got. Last little tip, when you put it together like this, make sure there's no metal inside here. Yeah, so you want to pull this metal bit out, so that when you tighten it, it's crushing the rubber. This is going to slide forward and squeeze this together and expand it. If you want, you can dose your thread with some WD-40 or cheapy silicone sealant replacement, which is a lot fucking cheaper than WD-40, and make it a bit easier going on. If you want, you can put a second nut on there. You don't really need to, because all I'm going to do now, make sure I don't lose my nut. This is where it's really handy to get one of those old car aerials with a magnet on the end. That I could in a pound shop, just in case you lose your nut inside. What you do is slide it in, and then tighten this. It is that simple. Now what you can do, if you use a rechargeable screwdriver, yes, it's a lot easier, but you don't want to over tighten it. So that is now nice and snug. I'm not going to do it over tight because I want to be able to take it out and put this back on. If the guy who says he's going to buy my poor beastie doesn't buy her. I mean, some people will go online and they haggle to buy bikes just for the sake of haggling. And sometimes they'll turn up, especially on Sundays, for fuck's sake, Sundays. Not because they want to buy a bike, but because that's their hobby, their pastime. They go to bike shops, they go to people selling bikes, and I'll just take it for a quick test ride. And that's what they fucking do. That's their Sunday afternoon. Going to some person's house and fucking off on their bike. Which might not sound like a bad deal, except somebody else could get penalty points on your license. Somebody could go through speed cameras, and you're the one who's going to get done for it. So if someone does turn up to buy your bike, see the cash first, see the license first, get a picture of the license, get a picture of the person. Believe me, it's a lot less chance of them fucking up and going through a speed camera.